100%.
But I even feel like with even the paying on the first date thing, it's like, even if like, because I went on a first date that was to Chick-fil-A once, but I was so into the guy. So this was the best Chick-fil-A I've ever had in my life.
Now we're getting somewhere.
You'd have to be.
And I was like,
go to the date on the Chick-fil-A.
No. Now we're getting somewhere. Because let me tell you something. I can't stand hearing all this first date nonsense in the podcast world, because the truth of the matter is, if a woman really likes a dude like that,
that's true. They'll go anywhere.
She don't care where they go.
I did not care.
They
I
can
was
go
like,
to
whatever.
Chili's, they can go to Raising Cane's, they can go bowling,
That's true.
whatever.
You're right. That's a good sign.
They can stay in. They can order takeout.
Yeah.
So when I see a woman that's, all dressed up a little too much with the eyelashes and whatever, talking about, well, he didn't pay for my first date. I'm not, honey, you're not even looking for a dude. You're looking for sponsorship.
Yeah.
True.
And I just know that. And the other thing about women that I do know also is, and I had to learn this the hard way just growing up, is if a woman won't spend no money on you, she don't like you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean, I'm not talking about gigolo stuff, but I mean, like, if she won't go into her purse for even the smallest, payment, your Chick-fil-A, your Raising Cane, whatever, or, your movie ticket or whatever. Like, she got to the theater first and you're running late. You're looking for parking. She's like, oh, I already got this. I got everything. I'm inside. I left your ticket, at the kiosk.
Well, because I think it could be cute
that
too.
That girl
like,
likes you, man.
Like,
of course.
you get
You're
the
right.
tickets.
That's the most gesture.
They buy the snacks.
Yeah.
That's cute. I think that's cute.
That's cute.
No,
for a first date, maybe not.
I got my, I learned that? I learned that such a hard way. There was a girl, I lived in Pasadena growing up as a kid. And I met a girl that lived in Redondo Beach. So for anybody who knows distance in LA, and I remember one time I picked her up and brought her all the way back to Westwood to a movie theater. And I was starting to sense that she didn't even come out of the house with a purse. Like she wasn't even coming out of the house with a purse. This is probably about our third date at this point. And I was like, yo, I gotta park. She was like, I said, can you get the tickets? And she was like, no, I'll wait with you. She was adamant. I'll park with you and walk with you. And I did this on purpose because I was starting to be concerned. And finally I reached into my pocket. I gave her a $20 bill. And I was like, please, can you, I didn't break though. I said, please just go get the tickets. Once I pulled out the 20, got it, done. And that was the last date I went on with her.
Yeah.
But see, now this leads back to the conversation we were having before with leading with money. Remember when you were like, get her hair and nails done? See,
He wasn't leading with money.
wasn't leading with money.
no, but this is what I'm saying. What I'm saying is this: if she's kicking out for me too, then yeah, I can do all that stuff because it's going back and forth.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? I'm not just getting your hair and nails done because I want you to look some way, and I'm not getting nothing back in return. What the
No,
hell
I'm
do I
not.
look
Oh,
like?
Just buns.
What
the hell do I
time
look
out.
like?
Now when
But
I'm
you
saying,
know.
when I,
Fool.
no, when I'm saying that, when I'm describing like that in details, that means y'all have, whether it's verbal or whether y'all just made an actual effort of locking in with just y'all two.
I'm not putting into you if you're not putting into me. That's just plain and simple. I'm not going to lead with money.
That's not leading with money.
What I'm saying is I'm not going to lead with money and then you're not leading with money. You see what I'm saying? We're going to lead the same way. This is how our relationship is going to build. Like you say, once we lock in like that and you do for me, I do for you, cool. I have no problem with that. But me just paying and because I think you need to look a certain way, no. I'm not
saying I think you need to look some type of way, but if I'm making a conscious effort to seeing her and only her, and I'm not if I'm dating other women, then no, I'm not doing that because I'm seeing other people, and that's expensive as hell. And even if I did have it, I probably wouldn't do that shit anyway. But let's just say, if I'm making a conscious effort just to lock in with you, right? I like for you to see, I like for you to look a certain way. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? So I have no problem with it. And that's not saying that, again, I'm not doing this for any and everybody, so let me say that. If we with each other, meaning she has no problem doing for me like I do for her, yeah, I have no problem. I'll do all that.
Yeah, me personally, I can't get past date number 3 without a woman breaking some bread.
Yeah, she got to. If she ain't spending no type of money on you, she just there for a meal ticket.
Of course, and I've been in that situation plenty of times. So what you do is if you make it to day 3 I always hint that, you know, I like a woman to spend her money just to let me know she's all in with me.
All right.
And if she ain't,
I'd like her to spend the money just so I know you got some money.
Yeah, that
like,
too.
Like I need to know that I need to see this.
that is also a sentiment to think about as well. But yeah, if they make it to day 3 and, you know, because that pissed me off. I had a Valentine's a couple of years ago where I went and got this girl a nice gift. What the hell did I buy her? I don't even remember what I bought her, but I said this is tricking 101 because I spent over $50 on it. That's why I was pissed.
I mean, I've done some tricking.
Yeah.
Every man
What we
has
talking
done-
about tricking? What's the definition of tricking? What y'all talking about?
Buying shit I ain't have to buy her.
Just
Like condoms.
or just like I'm buying some, knowing it's going to make her happy, knowing that I'm not looking for nothing really. I'm not looking for nothing really. I'm just tricking. I got the money. Here, take it. Here, go
Why
get
can't
it.
that just be you being nice?
It can be interpreted as that too.
Why can't
Because I'm not doing it to be nice. I'm
It could be-
expecting some Gina.
You can interpret it however you want to.
I mean, you getting the Gina already.
Yeah,
supposedly.
but I'm tricking to make sure the Gina stays wet
Well,
and
see,
ready.
No.
So this goes back to what I was saying the whole entire time.
See, after I've got the
is you
Gina,
spending
it's
money.
not tricking. After I've got the Gina, I don't see it as tricking. It's tricking before you get the Gina. How much tricking are you going to do?
Okay, so
It's right or wrong.
Oh yeah, you make a point.
How much tricking are you going to do?
I don't go
before you
further
get
than a
the-
fire stick.
Because you're shooting for the vagina. So how much tricking are you willing to do before you get the goods? Just straight up and down.
I don't know, because some of us, you know, it don't, you know, you take them out for drinks. You know what I'm saying? You might get
If
something.
it ain't related to food and drink, then the only thing I'm tricking on is a fire stick.
Because, okay, boom, the first date is, we'll do like a restaurant or something like that. That's
Or it
tricking.
might be some
Look,
drinks.
Okay, boom. Let me tap up this tricking. Second date. What we doing on the second?
I don't know. We going to a
We
restaurant.
going back to a restaurant.
Yeah.
Okay,
Movies.
boom. I'm tabulating.
I
again.
you know what? I think movies is a bad thing to do when you try to get to know somebody.
I'm going to sleep.
Yeah,
Ain't no
movies
movies.
ain't
Ain't
even-
no movies. I'm
We
going
doing
to
stuff.
I
that's
can't
active.
sleep in a movie theater after I paid for it. Hell no.
Nah.
I would sleep even better.
I don't
You know,
even
hit
go
that
no-
popcorn
I don't
a
do
couple of
no
times.
movies.
Them lights going to hit.
I'm doing something.
lucky
That,
bad.
I'm doing something that we're interactive or we holding a conversation. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So we probably doing all 3 days. We're doing something. We're interacting with each other that we have no choice but to talk. And then on top of that, it's nothing extravagant. You know, just something that's just sensible. You
Like,
feel
I've
what I'm
never
saying?
been the guy to be like, I'm going to get her an outfit so we can go out for our
Oh
first
no,
date.
I ain't.
Like,
Oh, hell
no.
like, I've never been that
Nah,
guy.
now-
Like,
now, if
I
we-
mean, if you're paying for her nails, you might as well get her a matching outfit.
If I'm doing that, that's. I mean, we've been dealing with each other. We're dealing with each other at least a
established
year.
We're locked in.
We're locked
But,
in.
You know, how much tricking are you willing to do?
I mean, it all
Before you get to
it all
that. You
depends.
don't-
It all depends on what is it that you're wanting to achieve. Now, some of them,
the box. What you mean? I'm
It
not-
just
I believe you don't take women to movies. That's
I-
the best place to feel the
you
box.
gave me- you
Nah,
gave me-
I'll
you
tell you
gave
the
me-
movie.
You gave me your movie thing.
What?
no.
What
You said fire stick. Why I'm going to the movies? I got a fire
To
stick.
experience a good movie in a theater.
I can't do all this stuff.
Plus, I'm properly
Look.
vetting this woman. Okay,
can't
so
do
we're
all-
talking
Look, I
about the
could
first or
properly
second
vet her
date.
ass in my damn house, watching the same damn
I don't know
movie.
this woman to have her just
It's
in
dark.
my house.
It's dark. You can't even talk because everything loud as hell.
That's
and
the
shit like
point.
that.
I'm taking a woman to a movie to see how well she shuts up.
I don't want to go to the movies. I want to see. I want to.
Nah, that's for her listening comprehension skills.
I got you.
I'm the Starbucks guy. Let's go to Starbucks. Starbucks is reasonable. Everybody likes Starbucks.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take you out.
Starbucks.
I'll take you to the bar because then we're
No,
gonna
food
get
is different.
We're gonna get a few drinks, goddamn, and I'm gonna see what you all about.
I will take her to the ramen spot because ramen
Oh.
is cheap
Oh.
and it's new. And well, a lot of women
And it
aren't
gives off-
familiar with
and
it.
it gives off a kind of cultured
Cultured look.
Like,
It's
this
inexpensive.
nigga-
A good bowl of pho
Yeah.
runs me under
Alright.
$20.
That's
You know,
because you do that with Mexican then.
yeah, I do it with Mexican food too. Yeah, I take her to a Mexican, but she's
But
more
Mexican
familiar
food
with Mexican food.
stomach up if you're trying to keep
No,
it
no,
pushing.
no, no. This shit'll screw your stomach up
I
too.
get you.
But you take her to the ramen spot because she's less familiar with Chinese food than she is with Mexican food. We've been eating Mexican food growing up. They ain't been eating pho and all that shit. That's new to them. And
got
that
you.
bone broth and
Culture.
shit.
I got you.
Yeah. So you take her to some place like
We've
that.
been making tacos forever. Not the
Or
real tacos, but we've been making
I take
these
her
shits.
to the Mexican
Not
ice cream
authentic.
parlors where they do the crazy fruit and all that shit, and they put the chamoy, introduce her to some new shit. Most of the foreign food is cheap,
Right.
because the foreign people gotta eat it. You can validate whether it's good if you see the nationality at the restaurant eating it. I knew it was official when I saw a bunch of Mexicans at the Mexican ice cream spot. So that's a good way to keep it cheap. Think you're cultured and have her trying something new. And it's all, and most of these dates are under $40. That's why I like them, unless she greedy and want extra.
Charles said I have to trick off crazy like I got from bill money. I just told her to come pick me up from my job.
Pick up my car from my job. Yeah.
Look, ain't nothing wrong with a little trick in every now and then. If you got it, then throw it out there. You know
what
what
they
I'm
say?
saying?
Ain't tricking if you got it.
Tricking if you
If
got
you
it.
ain't tricking,
I
you
That's
got
one
it.
thing I can't do. I cannot let a woman drive my car.
But I'm only going to trick but so much though.
I will
These
show
new
for her.
age dudes, they be doing some extra trick. I ain't doing all that. I ain't
Boy,
doing
they
all
giving
that.
money away and they ain't never meeting the damn
Look,
woman.
like I ain't doing
You
that.
ain't never
That's
meeting
new-
her.
that-
I'm
that's
like,
that
what
new
we
age
doing?
tricking.
Like, shit. First of all, I gotta like you to spend some money.
Yeah, exactly.
I gotta like you. I don't care how good you look. I don't care how bad your body look. If I don't like you, I'm not spending my money.
The basic to get a little tricking is we gotta be in the same, like, in
Right.
the same, like, we
Yeah,
gotta be
I gotta
together.
like you.
Well,
I got
no,
outside
you
of
gotta
liking
be-
you, is there got to be some type of sexual
Like, How they be
compatibility?
sending these chicks money over the internet. You
Oh,
never
hell
met
no.
this chick before. No. You
Oh,
gotta
man,
be,
these-
like, to be in the same.
These,
you know,
these,
room. Yeah,
these,
for me to be doing
yeah,
some
these.
trick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
that's why
on-
I'm like, this different here.
Yeah, it's super different. These look, women ain't even got women don't even gotta be in the same
Look, that's how
room
confusing
with
it is.
you.
Look.
These sit it out. I'm like, how y'all sitting here? Oh, look, and the crazy part about it is they be talking shit. Like, y'all broke. I don't
Yeah.
look. He go
Making
tag.
you feel bad.
He go tag and shit. Yeah, I don't see no dragons and shit. Where these broke ass niggas? Who these niggas up in my damn live and shit? Be tapping in on their egos. Niggas like, fuck that shit. This bitch, he dropping like about four dragons. That's $50 a piece. So he done spent $200 on a nigga on a bitch that you would never meet.
That's new age tricking. I'll
Did
never.
she have look, if she real good, now I seen some that's real good. She had like about 2,000 up in the live and shit. Got like about 4 niggas inside the box. They all clowning each other and shit, which all of them clowns. You feel what I'm saying?
One clown clowning
yeah,
another
one
clown.
clown the next nigga, and she clowning all them niggas. And here you are, you got like 40, about at least if 2,000 people in the live, she got about at least 100 of them dropping about all types of gifts on her ass. I'm like, y'all niggas.
I'm not
And
that-
would never smell the pussy
I'm not
ever.
that guy. I'm not that guy.
Yeah,
Dropping
I
like
can't.
$200.
I've never been that guy. Even if I had the money, I'm not that guy.
Internet tricking. These women out here, if they really want to work they shit, all they gotta do is get on a streaming app
mad at them, though.
and be. I'm not mad either. I'm not mad
I'm
either.
not mad at these chicks. Like, if these goofies are goofy enough to do this, baby
They
girl,
getting
get
rich
all
by
the
this
money
playing.
you
Look,
can.
they just getting rich by playing some music, sitting in their chair, putting on their makeup, goddamn bounce up and down, let the their chest bounce. I'm like, these niggas be going at it.
Desperate. Desperation is a
The
serious.
thirst is real.
It is, man. That shit true.
Cool. All right. So I wanted to get